event, global implications.
6 on 6 in a steel cage.
The finals of the Owen Hart Tournament.
I think you could just get an opportunity to go to All In, not when Mercedes Moné is here.
By any means necessary.
I fulfill my dream. The winner goes on to Wembley Stadium.
AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and Stardom present Forbidden Door, a pay-per-view event.
Open the door.
Massive event, global implications.
6 on 6 in a steel cage.
The finals of the Owen Hart Tournament.
I think you could just get an opportunity to go to All In, not when Mercedes Moné is here.
By any means necessary.
I fulfill my dream. The winner goes on to Wembley Stadium.
AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and Stardom present Forbidden Door, a pay-per-view event. In the opportunity,
There's one thing you're not going to take from me, the Owen Hart Cup.
I have a chance to fulfill my country's dream and win the World Championship.
I'm going to beat you again.
Open the door.
are you able to prove your might?
Why don't you fly across the Pacific and come fight for your honor? And bring you the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship for the ride.
Push back against the invading force.
Zack Sabre Jr. is the best technical wrestler in the world. But Kenny Omega, are you still the best?
I didn't think you'd come all this way just to challenge little old me, but yet here you are.
All Elite Wrestling. I want your very best.
Because when a world of conflict arrives at your shores,
The Dogs present a new 5-second pose.
When you walk through that forbidden door, you're gonna walk out as housebroken little pups.
You want a shot at the Continental Championship? Shoot your shot, compadre.
Why don't you stay the great wrestler you are on that side of the door? Because on this side of the door, I run this place.
it's time to fight.
I have a direct path to a title shot. We're gonna do 6 on 6 in a steel cage.
None of those prayers will be answered, but all of ours will.
We're gonna beat them, and then this man is gonna win that championship. Come on, Reagan, Darby, the cancer, let's go, Barrett! That's why we laugh at you!
Forbidden Door!
That's why we laugh at you.
This is pro wrestling.
That's why we laugh at you. You say you're the best. That's why we laugh at you. Prove it.
And now, live from San Jose, All Elite Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and Stardom present Forbidden Door Buy-In.
The Forbidden Door has been kicked down tonight in San Jose, celebrating the best wrestling around the globe. AEW, New Japan, CMLL, Stardom tonight, every brand looking for that spotlight. We have this massive steel cage hanging above the ring tonight. We've got a 12-man steel cage match. Team DC MJF taking on Team Briscoe. Can Briscoe earn a shot at the world title? Tonight is also the culmination of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Both the men and the women, we'll see our winners heading in to All in London for a shot at their respective titles. This is the Forbidden Door Buy-In. I'm Renee Paquette. This man right here, Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Renee, the cage looks awesome, but you know, in 1960, a promoter by the game, his name was Roy Shire. He founded a promotion and he called it Big Time Wrestling. Tonight, the big time has hit the Bay Area. The fifth.
We already got
Forbidden
our AEW chants happening here tonight.
It's crazy. Tonight's the fifth Forbidden Door.
Yes.
The fifth Owen Cup. And there are 5 title matches. The folks are already insane tonight.
We are going to be here talking about some of those matches. We've got matches here on the buy-in, but we want to let you guys know exactly how to watch. You guys in the United States, you can watch through traditional cable and satellite providers, as well as HBO Max and Dave & Buster's International. You guys can watch on YouTube, ppv.com, DAZN, as well as My AEW and Prime Video. Let's talk about what we've got coming up here tonight on the buy-in. We are getting right to the action. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the AEW Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Divine Dominion up against Thunder Rosa and CMLL's Olympia.
And the survival of the fittest qualifying match for the TBS Championship. Sky Blue versus Maka.
We've got Unbound Company's Drilla Maloney taking on the Death Riders, Daniel Garcia. These two do battle on the buy-in. Then when we are live on pay-per-view, it is that 12-man steel cage match. Team DC MJF versus Team Briscoe.
And in the Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament final, the Billy Goat, Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland.
In a true underdog story, can Maya World take out her idol Mercedes Moné? Head to All In at a shot at the AEW Women's Championship.
And the AEW Women's World Championship, Champion Thekla takes on the challenger, Starlight Kid.
The AEW Tag Team titles up for grabs. Can Cage and Coke put the dogs down and retain their first titles in over 20 years?
And in the AEW Continental Championship, champion, my man Jon Moxley versus challenger Bandito.
Bastard Pack is clocking in tonight, taking on Shota Umino. Say he is not a part of the Death Riders, and he might earn the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship along the way.
And in the show stealer of the night, the 3-way tag team match, El Sky Team, Young Bucks versus Unbound Company.
And one of the most anticipated interpromotional matches of the night. It has been 8 years since their last singles match in the G1. It is Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. What an unbelievable night ahead of us. What are you looking forward to? What are you thinking?
You know what? The cage, I cannot wait for the fans at home to get a look at it, because it kind of looks like the Devil's Den. I cannot wait to see what goes on. Emotional warfare is already taking place.
You want to talk about emotional warfare? It is time to get down to business, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Door buy-in opening contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from Buffalo, New York, weighing 187 pounds, Daniel Garcia.
Well, thank you, Double J and Renee. That was me talking over Takaro Shibata, the Japanese language announcer. I'm, of course, Excalibur, joined by Nigel McGuinness, the voice of not only New Japan Pro Wrestling, but Stardom as well. Walker Stewart, great to have you here for this night, Forbidden Door. CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, and All Elite Wrestling together in one place tonight.
And a very recent addition to the card here tonight, gentlemen. Daniel Garcia takes on Drew Maloney to kick off our 0-hour buy-in. I cannot wait for the action at Forbidden Door. It is a pleasure to be here in San Jose.
Of course, everybody very familiar with the Death Riders. Daniel Garcia, Marina Shafir leading the press ups there. Tell us a little bit about Driller Maloney.
We'll talk about Joe Maloney soon enough, but this is a man who recently challenged for his first piece of IWGP Gold not too long ago, looking to try and move forward in momentum in a G1 Climax 36 this year.
And his opponent from Birmingham, England, weighing 220 pounds, Drilla Maloney.
Drilla Maloney's had experience. That's $2 in the jar already tonight.
3 times you get a prize.
Drilla Maloney's had experience inside an AEW ring before, albeit as part, or when he was a member of Bullet Club. Bullet Club, since the last time we've seen Drilla Maloney, has gone their separate ways, as have Los Ingobernables de Japón. They have come back together, in the disparate members of those two groups, Walker, have come back and joined an Unbound Company.
First, they were unaffiliated, then they were Unbound Company, and while all the members of Bullet Club War Dogs have made headwaves here in All Elite Wrestling this year, Joe Maloney has chosen to stay directly in New Japan Pro Wrestling, representing the Lion Mark here tonight in in-ring competition.
Maloney in fantastic shape here. I've known Maloney for a number of years, followed his career. He has certainly stepped up. But tell us a little bit about Unbound Company. They're going to be in action on the Forbidden Door pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing Shingo Takagi and Teton take on the Young Bucks and El Sky teams, Mascara Dorada and Mystico later on in our main card. And Joe Maloney, recently a joint tag team partner with Shingo Takagi, who we'll see later on today. But Maloney, yeah, this is an individual that you really have to watch out for in a way like this.
Daniel Garcia, no shortage of confidence. However, the last time we saw Daniel Garcia this past Wednesday night on Dynamite, he was left laying by Swerve Strickland. That vertebreaker seemed to really affect Garcia adversely. So bears watching whether Maloney is familiar with that injury and whether he targets the neck of Daniel Garcia.
Garcia looking rather sprightly, given 4 days away. Well, look at this. What bravado.
Joe Maloney's not exactly the type of guy that you want to test a strike game with, but if anyone can match him, it might be Daniel Garcia here.
Garcia, the shoulder tackle. Maloney comes back with one of his own and takes Garcia off his feet. A second one. And Garcia to the outside, trying to recollect himself as Maloney left inside the ring. You see Marina Shafir at ringside.
Telling Garcia to calm down, take some breaths, take all the momentum away from Maloney, who literally drilled the former TNT champion.
Garcia hard into the barricade, and Maloney follows it up. Knife edge chop across the chest. And you see at the top of our screen, just over 48 minutes away from Forbidden Door. Coming up, oh, Garcia over the barricade into the front row.
Pound for pound, one of the hardest strikers in the game is Joe Maloney, and AEW getting a taste of it tonight.
Took one look at Marina Shafir and didn't want any part of that, with good reason.
The fans still filing into the SAP Center here in San Jose. I mentioned Forbidden Door coming up at the top of the hour, live on pay-per-view. You can join us on HBO Max. Just visit hbomax.com/AEW. Oh, Maloney. Mistake. Got too occupied with Marina Shafir on the outside. Lost track of Daniel Garcia, and Garcia, the dragon screw, followed up by the elbow strike, sends Maloney spilling to the floor.
Daniel Garcia, such an intelligent wrestler, and Joe Maloney has a lot of brains, but a lot more brawn on that man. It's going to be difficult to face a man like Garcia here.
And internationally, fans, you can join us for Forbidden Door on Prime Video, My AEW, DAZN, YouTube.com, PPV.com, and main event as Maloney hard into the steps by the Death Rider Garcia.
Garcia, very easily influenced. Young man who joined the Death Riders not too long ago.
You know, I believe he was easily influenced by you at one point.
Well,
Not so evilly influenced of late. No, I certainly haven't forgotten. We came to blows very recently, albeit seemingly by accident.
Marina Shafir hyping up Garcia, telling him to really lay it in with those elbow strikes, but I'm not sure Garcia needs that much encouragement. Garcia closing the distance. And leaps with the drop kick to the right of our Spanish announce desk.
It's a glancing blow as Maloney tried to get out of the way, so a very awkward landing.
Garcia, he may have, actually when he went over the barricade a few moments ago, may have clipped his head on the unprotected concrete, so maybe still feeling the effects of that, or...
There we go. You have a word, do you?
Wow.
I'd concentrate on him if I were you, Sunshine.
Garcia perhaps still feeling the effects of that vertebreaker from Swerve Strickland this past Wednesday night as Garcia now maneuvering the leg of Maloney. Garcia has identified his target, Walker, and it is the left leg of Drilla Maloney.
Yeah, but I think Drilla Maloney is going to have a very pointed target as well.
The official's
What the hell is this about? Oh, come on.
This is Death Rider business, and Marina Shafir behind the back of referee Stefan Schmidt very narrowly got caught in the act, but...
Well, that's disgusting.
You're going to argue with her, Walker? Go and have a word to her.
I've seen many of it.
I was going to say, you've called plenty of House of Torture matches.
Well, hey, thank the lucky stars not tonight. Daniel Garcia and Joe Maloney here. There's a lot of similarities you can draw between these two men, but for Unbound Company and the Death Riders, it's all about the results, and the results got to be put in here on the Forbidden Door buy-in.
I want to talk about the results. It was Daniel Garcia that suffered the loss when he and John Moxley teamed up against Bandito, which gave Bandito the inspiration to challenge the Continental title.
That will be coming up later on Forbidden Door. Bandito looking to unseat the AEW Continental Champion John Moxley later on tonight. And Maloney right hand as Garcia. Garcia was looking for that dragon screw and found it eventually.
I will say this as Garcia attempts for the ankle up there in the center. Maloney's got to get to that rope quickly.
And Maloney has a slight history of injury to that knee there, gentlemen, and right now this is looking dangerous more than ever.
The leg laced, making it even more difficult for Maloney to maneuver out of it.
But Maloney, though, hammering down on Garcia, trying to force him to relinquish the grip, but Garcia holding on tight to that leg. Marina Shafir, like what you're saying. Oh, Maloney, the counter.
No.
Just a 2 count, drop kick to the knee. As people still filing into the SAP Center here ahead of Forbidden Door, coming your way live on pay-per-view at the top of the hour.
Garcia in clear control here. Long ago, we would have got a bit of a dancing Daniel Garcia in the corner, but all business now. Right hands and really laying in those fists. Gotta be careful he doesn't break those knuckles.
Oh, Nigel, I thought you almost spoke too soon there. No, we're not going to see any dancing here tonight on the buy-in. Not from Daniel Garcia.
You can put your singles away, Walker.
Yeah,
I saw you getting your wallet out.
But Garcia caught Maloney charging in, needed the midsection, though. Maloney looking to reverse the suplex. Had Garcia inverted, but Garcia slips free. Back elbow, Garcia on the move. Maloney leapfrog. Went for the trip, didn't find it, but found the drop kick instead. However, Maloney, you can see, still laboring with that knee injury.
The earlier offense from Garcia has certainly paid dividends as Marina Shafir willing her Death Rider teammate back to his feet.
And as this match continues, remember, just over 40 minutes away from Forbidden Door, coming up live on pay-per-view. You can join us on HBO Max's hbomax.com/AEW. As Maloney and Garcia, as you mentioned, Walker, it's not, I don't think Garcia wants to get into a prolonged strike exchange with Maloney.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Joe Maloney's really looking to put something on here in the West for the first time in a long time. And a shot like that's going to lead him a long distance.
Maloney Garcia slumped in the corner, closes the distance, and Garcia boot up into the jaw.
All the time in the world there, but wait a second. Oh!
Beautiful.
High stack cover made. Garcia, though, escapes.
That's going to be advantageous for Joe Maloney. That man's going to be looking for his patented maneuver, the Drill-A-Killa, sometime in the near future. But first, a brief trip to the high skies.
Garcia down on the mat. Maloney to the top. Could be ill-advised.
Oh, yeah.
Pulls through.
Wow, I like it. Pick the leg right there.
And Garcia steps through, looking for the Dragon Tamer. And finds it. Maloney, center of the ring. Very deep water, Nigel.
A long way to go if Maloney's going to be able to force a break with the rope. There are a couple of escapes if he can reach back and find the leg of Garcia, but instead he's electing through brute force to force a break.
We've seen in the past, Nigel, when Garcia, he gets a little overwhelmed in that move, sometimes leans all the way back with it, giving his almost giving up his head to his opponent, which proved to be his undoing in the Continental Classic.
It certainly can become a factor, but by the looks of things, perhaps Garcia has learned a lesson or two. He actually must have learned a lot of lessons under the tutelage of not just John Moxley, but so many other people in the Death Riders who have added something to this young man's game.
And speaking of added to the game, Will Ospreay been training with the Death Riders as he prepares for this battle tonight, which he believes is his destiny to win the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament. He will face Swerve Strickland tonight in one of our triple main events. Maloney.
Whoa, here we go.
Tremendous power.
That Drill-A-Killa. No.
Instead, Marina Shafir.
Come on. The official as well.
Wow, that's blatant.
Whoa, Maloney. He nearly took Marina down. Garcia, the roll up. Oh, left call for Maloney.
That was a saving grace for Daniel Garcia. There was Marina Shafir.
Look at Maloney here, just sticking his chin out.
And lefts and rights from Garcia. Paintbrushing Maloney. And now, twist and shout.
Wow.
Daniel Garcia tuning up the guitar in homage of sorts to New Japan Pro Wrestling President Hiroshi Tanahashi, who is in attendance here tonight.
The man who's in the building.
Well, was looking for the Volhang leg trip. Got caught, the power of Maloney.
And this might be it. Game over right here. Drill-A-Killa!
1, 2, 3.
It's over.
Oh. Here's your winner, Drill-A-Maloney.
The assist from old habits are hard to break. The assist from Marina Shafir was not enough to tip the scales in the favor of Daniel Garcia. Drilla Maloney with the first points on the board, so to speak, here tonight at Forbidden Door.
Well, it's going to be all about points on the board coming up for Joe Maloney. July 11th, Chicago, Illinois, G1 Climax 36. Joe Maloney is going to be competing in the most prestigious tournament New Japan Pro Wrestling in the world has to offer. And Maloney is going to ride this momentum high and well all the way to that point in time.
As you mentioned, important victory as Maloney heads into the month-long tournament, the grueling G1 Climax. Congratulations, Drilla Maloney, but let's head back to Double J and Renee.
An unfortunate loss for Daniel Garcia out here tonight, but man, what a showcase for Drilla.
Whoa!
Show up.
Way to start this show off.
All right, let's talk about this Owen Hart Foundation tournament. This has become one of my favorite things to watch year in and year out. The finals tonight, we've got Will Ospreay taking on Swerve Strickland. A lot of people are saying this feels like it's a foregone conclusion with Will Ospreay. What's your opinion on that?
You know, Renee, with all the buzz of the World Cup going on all around the world, the last time these two guys faced, our version, professional wrestling's version of a tie happened, a time limit draw. Well, tonight is all about getting back to the cathedral of football, Wembley Stadium. Swerve is almost obsessed. It's where he lost the title. He wants to regain it. My man Billy Goat, he wants to be the very first UK wrestler to win that belt in his hometown.
But listen, is anybody more, I mean, first of all, we're actually talking about the most dangerous man in AEW, but now people are not thinking he's going to get the job done. Is there any better fuel for your fire than people thinking that you aren't going to get that done? I saw Swerve Strickland out doing media earlier this week talking about people think that this is done. I'm here to upset things for people. I'm here to upset things for Will Ospreay. I'm here to upset things for AEW, and that's a man that I believe in.
There's a special number that rings out in my mind, 161. 161 days is all it took for the Billy Goat to come back from neck surgery. He wants the championship. I believe he's going to get it.
Time for some more action here on the Forbidden Door, buying a little survival of the fittest.
This is a survival of the fittest qualifying match for the TBS Championship. Introducing first from Fukuoka, Japan, Maika!
体の筋肉創生162センチ65ホームラのシンクの候補マイカ
Maika making her AEW debut here tonight on the Forbidden Door buy-in. A judo player by trade. A lot of experience in judo. She has transitioned into professional wrestling just under a decade ago, and thus far has made a very big impact in Stardom, the Japanese women's professional wrestling promotion. And there we see the president of Stardom, Taro Okada, no relation to the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada, but a man who's very, very invested in the proceedings here tonight, Walker.
And that's the man that signs one of my checks. I'm happy to see President Taro Okada here tonight.
And her opponent, accompanied by Julia Hart from Chicago, Illinois, Sky Blue.
Of course, Sky Blue, Julia Hart, members of the Triangle of Madness, alongside AEW Women's World Champion, the Toxic Spider Tekla, who will take on Starlight Kid later on tonight. Kid making her AEW debut, and it's a match, Nigel, about much more than just the AEW Women's World Championship. It's about Tekla's disrespect to Taro Okada, president of Stardom, and Stardom, the promotion that Starlight Kid considers to be her family, her home.
Well, that's right. Tekla declared war on the promotion that used to employ her. And the president that you just saw earlier as well, we can see Julia Hart. They're furious. She's being sent to the back by the officials. It was President Okada who was attacked by Tekla that led to Tekla's ignominious firing from Stardom. So as you said, a lot of vitriol between the two, and we'll see some of it in this matchup.
Big stakes in this matchup as well. The winner will join Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, Persephone, Harley Cameron, and Queen Aminata this Wednesday at Dynamite in the Survival of the Fittest match to determine a new TBS champion. Of course, Willow Nightingale forced to vacate that title due to injury, necessitating this Survival of the Fittest match coming up, which is essentially an elimination match, the first time ever taking place in an AEW ring, and Maika being taken down by the hair due to, thanks to Sky Blue.
Survival of the Fittest, one of the most chaotic and exciting matches in Ring of Honor history, and everybody leaves it in the center of the ring. And I tell you what, when they crown a new TBS champion, they will have earned it.
And gentlemen, the contrast between the red and the blue of these two women, the fire and ice, it's really speaking to the dichotomy of what we're getting into in this buy-in matchup.
Shoulder tackle, the power of Maika on display, taking down Sky once, twice, and now the lariat, the cover, shoot. And Walker, for AEW fans, that this may be their first exposure to Maika. I mentioned her judo background, very similar stylistically to Marina Shafir.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, combine the physicality of a judo fighter, the presence of a heavyweight, the confidence of a champion. With or without it. I mean, with or without that championship, Maika is going to show up and show out to represent the World Wonder Ring, but she could easily put herself in position to become the first Stardom contracted wrestler to hold an AEW title in the future.
Sky Blue the more aggressive of the two competitors thus far.
Micah
got caught there.
Nice drop toe hold. And Micah on the move. Sky, though, low bridge. Sends Micah spilling to the floor. And now Sky Blue, what does she have in mind? Charging in, the kick drops Micah.
First time singles match between these two women, gentlemen. It is uncharted waters here tonight for Sky Blue and Micah.
Now Sky diving Hurricane Rana. No. There's the power of Micah on display. And the power bomb on the ring apron. The fans still filing into the SAP Center here in San Jose, but the fans that are in the building very appreciative of the efforts of the Japanese athlete Micah. And Walker, you mentioned a victory tonight could bring her one step closer to claiming her first championship outside of Stardom. As Micah looking for a cover inside the ring, back to live action now. Jujikatame.
Doesn't have the full extension though. Sky Blue with almost an S grip there, got caught and using the bottom rope to force the break.
Micah taking advantage of the count, Walker. She missed a large portion of last year due to an injury, Tommy John surgery,
yes,
I believe it was. So Micah may be looking to make up for lost time.
Yeah, certainly, and came back in a huge storm in Stardom, saying, I want to become World of Stardom champion. She's yet to have that opportunity at a title, but maybe becoming a champion in AEW could rise her up the ranks over in the land of the rising sun.
Sky Blue on the move. Wow. Running boot, side of the head. Sky Blue refers to herself as the violent little thing, Nigel, and the violence on display as Sky goes for the cover, like hooked.
She definitely fits well in the triangle of madness. All 3 points of the pentagon, the other 2, ruthlessness and pain. And here we are, driving down the right hands.
I believe it's a triangle, Nigel, not a pentagon.
Right.
You didn't get what I was getting at there, did you? They're kind of witches. And
no, you meant pentagram, but I digress.
That's still a pentagon as well. Let's get.
It's a star.
We are getting into the weeds here. Just because you messed up 3 times in a row, let's get back on track.
Yeah. Folks, you have to imagine that Sky Blue finding a victory here tonight would set Tekla on a wonderful pace to finding a championship defense. The Triangle of Madness, a unit certainly bound by victory.
Yeah, Sky Blue has competed for the TBS Championship before, never claimed it. Wait a second, cover here, like hooked, and
wow,
Micah able to kick out. So Sky, I'm sure it'd be doubly sweet for her not only to qualify for the survival of the fittest match, but to knock off one of the top prospects in Stardom.
That Sky Blue coming off back-to-back losses. Not a losing streak per se, but certainly could be the beginning of one. She's not careful.
Vertical suplex, though. Sky up to her feet. Micah ready for her. And back suplex. Drives her down. Now Micah's turn, floats over. Lateral press. Sky Blue able to kick out fans. We are just over 30 minutes away, just under 30 minutes away from Forbidden Door coming up live on pay-per-view. You can join us on HBO Max. Visit hbomax.com/AEW. And internationally, you can join us on Prime Video, DAZN, YouTube, myaewppv.com, or main event. So many ways to join us for Forbidden Door. Just under 30 minutes away as Micah catches Sky Blue in the act on the ascent. Micah making the climb. Sky Blue slowed down, and now Micah looking to make some waves here tonight in her AEW debut. Super.
Wow! From the high heavens here tonight with a Crimson Empress.
Now the cover made. Lateral press again, and Sky able to kick out.
Micah has Sky Blue in a dangerous position here, folks. You have to know Micah's going to be looking for that Michinoku driver 2, emblemized by her trainer in Taka Michinoku.
As Micah now making the charge in. Sky Blue seeming to be running out of gas a little bit in the corner as Micah continues to apply pressure.
Not only the Michinoku driver, who has been known for an avalanche brain buster, but right now, Sky Blue making sure she's not on the receiving end, and instead, take a look at this.
Micah stuck in the corner of Sky, flips the head in. He takes a little peri-peri sauce there for Micah, and now Sky power Liger bomb, high angle, and Micah, impressive kick out.
A little bit of frustration Starting to sneak into the face of Sky Blue. Look at the impact here, but more importantly, look how deep Sky Blue sits on the pin to make sure all the body weight as much as possible across the shoulders, but just not enough leverage to keep Micah down.
Now both women battering each other as they return to a vertical position. Micah, quick series of blows. Oh, but Sky, the windup, and she dropped Micah to a knee. Not often you see that happen, Walker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Sky Blue's taking it well to the former World of Stardom champion, and she can keep this up. She can find victory right here.
Sky from the middle. Oh, DDT spiked Micah on the crown of her head. Cover! Oh!
Getting closer with each attempt, though.
Yeah, it was
Must not get distracted.
It was another late kick out for Micah, but importantly, it was a kick out. Her hopes are still alive to qualify for the survival of the fittest match coming up this Wednesday on Dynamite.
A stacked matchup, no question about that. As you see, the other 5 women already in the match.
Power slam. Micah, like hooked. Oh.
2 former AEW Women's Champion, Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida, also Harley Cameron, Queen Aminata, and Persephone.
Now the current CMLL World Women's Champion, who made the latest defense of her title last night on Collision, defeating Billy Starks. Swing and a miss there by Micah, though. Oh, thrust kick right on the money.
Yeah.
Yikes, yeah, that landed.
That was smart gamesmanship right there for Micah to roll to the outside there. Right underneath that bottom rope is going to save this match.
Micah got kicked in the back of the head, but the front of the face got in the way.
Now Sky dragging Micah up to a vertical position just by her hair. Micah on the apron. Oh. Right hand across the jaw. And now Micah and Sky Blue.
Oh, you don't think. You don't think.
Tension. Kick, kick, kick.
Micah couldn't quite get her over the top, thankfully, at least for Sky Blue. And
don't count her out just yet.
Sky, Micah out to the apron.
No, 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 no! Oh, God!
Rain Buster on the apron. Sky Blue took the worst of it, but Micah didn't get off unscathed. Now Micah. The hammer lock. Michinoku driver. Covers. 1, 2, 3.
She's done it.
Your winner, advancing to survival of the fittest, Micah!
Micah will now join Queen Aminata, Harley Cameron, Persephone, Chris Statlander, and Hikaru Shida this Wednesday night at Dynamite Live, 8/7 Central on TBS and HBO Max, where we will crown a new TBS champion, Nigel.
Gonna be very exciting, no question about that. Tune in and find out which one of these 6 competitors becomes the new TBS champion. I cannot wait.
I'm sure Stardom President Taro Okada very happy with what he just witnessed. Micah qualifying for the TBS championship match this coming Wednesday night. That is one in the favor of Stardom, but Okada, he will be watching the AEW Women's World Championship match coming up on Forbidden Door with very great interest. Starlight Kid, a woman who has 2 career victories over Tekla, challenging the AEW Women's World Champion later on tonight, Nigel.
Also tonight it's an unbearable dream from an unbearable tragedy. Maya World faces her idol in Mercedes Moné.
That is one of our triple main events. This is as well. Team DC MJF versus Team Briscoe. Locked inside a steel cage. If Team Briscoe wins, Mark Briscoe can challenge for MJF's AEW World Championship.
One of their other main events in a rematch from Forbidden Door 2 years ago. Will history repeat itself, or will Ospreay make it to Wembley?
David Finlay and Clark Connors look to run roughshod over the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Rated R Superstar Adam Copeland and Christian Cage.
And Ring of Honor's most wanted Bandito looks to cut the head of the snake of the Death Riders and take the Continental title.
And speaking of the Death Riders, the former Death Rider, the first Death Rider, Shota Umino, puts his IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship on the line against the Bastard Pack.
And a dream match on any card in the world. The best bout machine against the best technical wrestler in the world. Who will leave as the winner?
And an explosive international three-way tag team match. Unbound Company, Shingo Takagi and Titan take on the Young Bucks and Mystico and Mascara Dorada Sky Team. Let's take a look at this matchup.
Three of the top stables in wrestling worldwide, the Elite Sky Team and Unbound Company in a three-way tag team match.
Renee, the momentum is on our side. The Young Bucks are on their way back to the top of the tag division.
Shingo Takagi, pound for pound, one of the hardest hitting strikers in the sport today. Titan, a master of death-defying and high-risk offense. Unbound Company enters the Forbidden Door.
The biggest star in Lucha Libre, Mystico, teams with the fastest rising star, Mascara Dorada. And Mystico! La Mystica!
That's
La
it.
Mystica!
Mystico and Mascara Dorada, Shingo Takagi, Titan, and the Young Bucks. Global implications, as is the way of Forbidden Door.
We're gonna super kick that Forbidden Door down.
Can't wait for that one, but still tag team action coming up right now, albeit in the women's division of All Elite Wrestling.
The following contest set for one fall is for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers. First, from Mexico City, Mexico, Olympia.
株主 AEW 世界卓球選手権日本勝負を迎えます100の一戦途中スタートオリンピア
Well, Divine Dominion, they've been looking for a challenge for the AEW Women's World Championship, and they may have just found it in the form of Olympia and her partner Thunder Rosa for tonight. These are two women who pair power with power, Nigel.
I was going to say, if anyone can match the power of the champions, it is certainly the muscular Olympia, the national ranked competitive bodybuilder. But this woman can bring the aggression.
Joining her from the graveyards of Tijuana, Mexico, the Thunder Rosa.
100の一戦途中
Thunder Rosa, who threw out the first pitch for the San Diego Padres, proved to be the lucky charm Friday night. And they beat the LA Dodgers. We're not going to talk about the rest of the series, but Thunder Rosa hoping to extend that luck here tonight to be the first team, Walker, to put an imperfection on the record of Divine Dominion, the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions.
It has been an undefeated streak for Megan Bain and Lena Cross. Thunder Rosa and Olympia believe that they have the keys to victory. We're going to find out here, right on our buy-in.
Our divine dominion extends from the heavens to the underworld.
Now rise, we're tag team champions and the winner. And when you stand before us, we will bow down.
And the opponents, they are the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, Megan Bain and Lena Cross, the Divine Dominion.
AEW 女子世界王者メガベレナクロスディバインドミニア
The second overall AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, Nigel, and seemingly an unstoppable force, Divine Dominion.
That certainly has been the case thus far in their incredible title reign. They instigated a 5-minute testing period for any team to try and earn a title opportunity, and only one thus far has been able to do it. Ty J getting the title opportunity, being unable to take those titles from, I was going to say around the waist, but where are they, Walker, those titles?
Well, I mean, I don't think I have to spell it out for you, Nigel.
Well, this match...
That's your job.
Oh, give me a break. 105 days, 4 defenses. You are looking at the creme de la creme in the women's tag team division.
This match not subject to that 5-minute time limit that Nigel mentioned, as is customary in all AEW Women's World Tag Team matches. 60-minute time limit. We will stick with all the action should we need to, as Lena Cross set to start things. Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, right out of the gate here.
I told you, bring the aggression.
Thunder Rosa chops back, and Lena Cross up, but a swift knee to the midsection, trying to cause the momentum of La Marmera. Thunder Rosa using her quickness, weaving underneath, and there's the heavy hands of Thunder Rosa.
Rosa, veteran, former AEW Women's Champion, wants to, try to get back into title contention.
But could find herself as part of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. Quick tag out to Megan Bayne and Walker. Fans of Stardom very, very familiar with the Megasis.
Yeah, no doubt about it. For the tag team partner, Micah. And it is Thunder Rosa. I mean, really, the back's against the wall for Thunder Rosa and Olympia here. The first time ever these two are teaming up in a tag team situation, and it's for the highest prize in women's tag wrestling today.
And nothing to lose for Thunder Rosa and Olympia, as the champions retreat to the outside. Not often you see this, as Thunder Rosa perhaps thinking of taking a risk.
Well, forget about the graveyards, into the sky.
Whoa! Tornado from Thunder Rosa. 2-for-1 takes down both of the champions. And Olympia may be poised to take flight as well. Olympia.
Unparalleled.
La Mara, the best of the best. Thunder Rosa certainly sees herself in that light.
And now Thunder Rosa singling out Megan Bayne, bringing the legal member of the champions back to the ring. The Megasis, as we mentioned, not often you see the champions fighting from behind like this, but that's what you get, Walker, when you're in there with a former AEW Women's World Champion like Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, it's a position that Megan Bayne has never been before, but vice versa. Thunder Rosa has never been AEW Women's World Tag Team Champion. She has to prove she can be such here tonight.
Thunder Rosa charging in. Megan Bayne, the Bandera, sends Rosa out to the corner. Lena Cross.
Behind the official's back.
Grabbing the boot of Thunder Rosa, holding her in place, and now Megan Bayne answers with a boot of her own. And
you may not like it. It's strategic tag team wrestling in full effect for the tag champions.
Now Bayne brings Thunder Rosa over to the corner, shoulders to the midsection as Divine Dominion going to work. Fans just under 15 minutes away from Forbidden Door, coming up at the top of the hour. Live on pay-per-view. You can join us on HBO Max. Visit hbomax.com/AEW for Forbidden Door. As Lena Cross introducing Thunder Rosa into that top turnbuckle. Fans internationally, you can join us on Prime Video, My AEW, DAZN, YouTube, ppv.com, and Main Event. So many ways to be there for the international extravaganza that is Forbidden Door. The 5th iteration this year, 5 big championship matches coming up. Can't wait for that. And Thunder Rosa getting a chop to the chest.
And again, the former AEW Women's Champion on the receiving end. Wham!
Lean across the lariat, the cover.
Cross, leggy, statuesque, but she moves with such speed.
I think it's been a very interesting test so far, gentlemen, for Cross and Megan Bayne here to mix it up in the Lucha Libre stylings, a place that these two women don't exactly have the most experience in pro wrestling.
No, but I think what we're seeing here is the tag team cohesion of the champions. Quick tags in and out, Nigel, keeping Thunder Rosa fighting off the back foot and not allowing Thunder Rosa any relief.
That's the reality as the champions look to assert global authority. Their domination has really come from the pack. It's not just their size, not just their power, but it's the fact that they are a team first and foremost, not just a team thrown together to try to take the titles from them. But wait a second.
Low bridges.
Here's Olympia, eager to make the tag, but Bane coming in illegally.
Oh, up kicks from Thunder Rosa. Sends Megan Bane sprawling back to the ropes. I guess a swing and a miss. Thunder Rosa now sends Bane out to the floor. Oh, Olympia missed the shot from missing all over the place, but Thunder Rosa didn't miss with that tag. In comes Olympia. Big elbow strike boot to the midsection.
Whoa! Olympia's looking for this tag for some time now, and you can certainly see it by the way she's moving inside this ring.
Olympia, who typically competes in CMLL, wow, making her tag team debut alongside Thunder Rosa here tonight in AEW. And coming in. Look at the heels, and then gave Lena Cross plenty of time to think about it.
Powerful Olympia here, second generation star, showing some of that strength. Last time we saw her in AEW, it was challenging Mercedes Moné for the CMLL Women's title. Ooh. There's a cover.
Simone drop with some squats. The cover made two. Lena Cross able to kick out. Now the challengers poised to go to work on one half of the champions. Lena, though, reverses, meeting in the minds. And tag made. Megan Bane now legal for Divine Dominion, the lung blower. And Olympia underneath hoists up Megan Bane. And now Olympia launches off Lena Cross, the moonsault press. And Thunder Rosa backed up. Lena Cross in her sights. Olympia, the platform for the drop kick.
Increíble.
The challengers looking sharp tonight as Olympia once again the springboard, the splash, this time in the ring, the pin, two. Megan Bane able to kick out. And fans, Amazon is now making it even easier to connect with your favorite All Elite Wrestling merchandise on and off the screen. Search Shop the Show in your Amazon shopping app for access to our official AEW store. Support your favorite wrestlers by grabbing some Shop AEW exclusive merchandise today. Megan Bane looking to turn things around on Thunder Rosa. That's where the power, Nigel, is such an asset for the champions.
Yeah, unquestionably. Again, that running clothesline, this time from a standing position. Olympia having to save this match for Thunder Rosa. The official allowing liberal use of the rules. I mean, I would imagine Mike Posey is afraid of both teams as they are of each other.
Oh, Mike Posey technically is afraid of his own shadow, but to the mid. No, not here for the shoot. It's just a Posey barrel.
I'm here for that.
Okay,
I just don't want to follow up.
Well,
a nice fella.
Swinging a miss again. Thunder Rosa really using her speed to great effect, Walker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Oh, but that speed's going to be cut down here by the power of these two women. Megan Bane make that four. An incredible shot there from the tag team champion.
A seesaw battle here as we close in on less than 10 minutes away from Forbidden Door coming up on pay-per-view. Fans here in San Jose liking what they're seeing. I'm sure the fans around the world not only excited about the buy-in, but Forbidden Door.
And they are swinging for the fences.
That's what it's all about. The AEW Women's World Tag Team titles.
Lena Cross, great extension.
RECEIPT, find out what it means for me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, again, Olympia underneath.
And stutter shot right there.
Both champions and challengers looking to leave it all in the center of the ring. Bane looking for it.
No way, no way.
Top rope hook on Rana.
Watch out, watch out.
But Thunder Rosa uncorks a huge drop kick underneath Lena Cross. Combination from Rosa. And Oh, ducks underneath. The ripcord. Oh! Friendly fire for the champions.
Oh, boy. Could we see an upset?
This could be the opening that Thunder Rosa and Olympia need. Megan Bayne back into the corner. Another drop kick from Thunder Rosa.
I mean, this would be absolutely unprecedented to see two first-time challengers win the women's tag team gold here in AEW like this.
And Olympia. Look at this. Slam from Olympia. And now Thunder Rosa to the top diving foot stomps.
Cover.
1, 2, no. Lena Cross there in position to break up the pin.
No way Cross was allowing a 3 count there. Good tag team wrestling. Always have your partner's back.
Thunder Rosa, middle kick. And now try to duck under Megan Bayne, but Bayne ready for Thunder Rosa. Bayne, no reversal. Hurricane. 1, 2.
Nearly saw it.
Thunder Rosa, a moment of indecision there. Cost her as Bayne able to hoist up Thunder Rosa. 1, 2, no. Olympia in time to break things up.
Fate's descent, but as fate would dictate, the match continues.
Olympia, the swing and the miss, but the Divine Dominion did not miss with that one.
Olympia rolling to the outside, but it is the legal competitor, Thunder Rosa.
And now, from heaven to hell goes Thunder Rosa. Lena Cross covers, and the champions retain.
Your winner, and still the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Divine Dominion.
ただよし、レナクス映画天空の勝利です。
Megan Bayne, Lena Cross, yet another defense of their AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship. And Nigel, to my eyes, the toughest defense yet.
Yeah, no question about it. The champions had to earn those titles to leave San Jose still the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Olympia and Thunder Rosa, no need to hang their head in shame. In fact, be that as it may, they ultimately did have to bow down.
Yet another impressive performance by the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, Divine Dominion. And fans, we are just 5 minutes away from Forbidden Door coming up live on pay-per-view. And tonight we will have a triple main event. A steel cage match. Team DC MJF taking on Team Briscoe. If Mark Briscoe's side wins, Mark Briscoe will earn a shot at MJF's AEW World Championship.
And another main event. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland fight for the opportunity to challenge for the world title at Wembley Stadium.
And the third of our triple main events. Can the Cinderella story of Maya World continue, or will the CEO win her second consecutive Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament?
A vitriolic conflict as the AEW Women's Champion Tekla take on Stardom's Starlight Kid.
Christian Cage and the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland put their AEW World Tag Team Championship on the line against Clark Connors, David Finlay, the Dog.
With the Continental title on the line, Ring of Honor's Most Wanted, the World Champion Bandito takes on the head of the snake, Jon Moxley.
And the former protege of Jon Moxley, Shota Umino, puts his IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship on the line against the Bastard Pack.
Not only that, three-way tag team action. Any match with the Young Bucks in could steal the show. Pay close attention to this one.
And a match that will most certainly have global ramifications. Kenny Omega, Zack Sabre Jr. one-on-one for the first time ever in an AEW ring. And fans, we mentioned the triple main event there. You see looming large above the SAP Center here in San Jose. The steel cage, custom built for this one here tonight.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Let me take you back to 2023. My brother, my tag team partner, in the blink of an eye, gone. Couldn't find no joy making my debut in AEW. Came across some friends, was down to conglomerate. Finally, I felt the joy. And then we crossed paths.
If your brother was here in the flesh tonight, he'd say, chicken, it shouldn't have been me in that accident.
I've never felt the hatred that you made me feel.
It should have been
you. You know damn well what happened when I got my hands on you. I pinned your bloody ass right in the middle of this ring. Now, you got something that I want. That AEW world title. If I want something, then I'ma earn it. I talk to the boss. 6 on 6. We gonna do all that in a steel cage. Mark, if your team wins, you get a guaranteed title shot. I'm gonna be walking onto the battlefield shoulder to shoulder with my brothers who I would die for. They would die for me. Max, who you got?
The Jet, Kevin Nash, Jake Doyle, Okada, Kyle Fletcher.
We get it, it's Andrade next. You're actually delusional enough to think you have a prayer at obtaining the Triple B.
You call yourself the devil. Ain't that cute? I don't know if you read the book, but you lose.
I got this voice inside of me that says you was born to fly. I got that little voice inside of me that says whose wings like an eagle, we gon' mount up.